Want to own 2 properties in Singapore without paying a single cent of ABSD? Well, technically, you don't have to pay ABSD if you already own 1 property right now. But if you're a married couple and you plan properly, one of you can own 1 property each and legally avoid ABSD on both. I've helped clients save over 200,000 using these strategies. Let me break it down with real case studies, CPF and cash breakdowns, and what you need to plan for. So now, why do people want to own 2 properties? Very simple. First is to hedge against inflation. Property grows in values over time. As we grow older, the property grows higher as well. Second, build passive income. This gives you more financial freedom. Third, long-term wealth planning for legacy, retirement, or just future options. But here's the catch. 20% is very much, because if you buy a 1 million property, it is 200,000. That's straight up what most people make in a property transaction of 200k profit as well. Let's break it down quickly. ABSD in Singapore right now is 0% for your first property, 20% for your second, 30% for your third or more property. If you are buying a 1 million condo as your second property, that's 200,000 in tax. But if you plan your property ownership carefully, you may be able to avoid it completely. So the first strategy on how to overcome that is buy under one name. So what can be done is that this strategy works best for couples who are planning ahead. So if you're planning ahead, one of you, say the husband's buy the HDB under your own sole name, the wife is listed as an essential occupier, not an owner. After the 5 years MOP, your wife, who is still considered a first-timer, can buy a condo as well under her own name. The pro is that both eventually owns 1 property each and both avoid the ABSD. The con is that the spouse who is not listed as an owner cannot use CPF to pay for the HDB mortgage or the condo mortgage, vice versa as well. But it's a very effective way to structure ownership from day 1. Strategy 2, decouple ownership. What do I mean by that? This works for married couples who already co-own a prior property, like for example an EC. Let's say you own a $1.2 million condo together. One spouse buys over the other's 50% shares, that's 600k. You incur, of course, the buyer stamp duty of 14,600, legal fees around $3,000, CPF refund to the selling spouse, refinancing under one person's name. Once that's done, the selling spouse is now property free. She or he can now buy another property ABSD free. This only works for prior property. HDBs cannot be decoupled. I've made a full video on this. Check it out if you want, with the full steps over here. Strategy 3, sell and rebuy under one name. This one's simple but powerful. You need strong finances. Let's say you and your spouse owns a 1.8 million property with an $800,000 loan. After selling, you are left with 1 million in proceeds. Now both of your names are freed up. You can split this up. One of you, let's say, buy a 1.5 million property, the other one buys a 1 million property. To do this smoothly, I recommend having at least 45% of your combined property value in CPF and cash. Why do I say so? Very simple. 2.5 million times 45% gives you about 1.125 million that's needed. 30% goes into your down payment, which is 750k. The remainder acts as a buffer or renovation fund. This route needs planning, but it works well if you are upgrading or shuffling an asset. However, you need to consider both different people's loan as well if you want to do this option as well, because sometimes the husband could earn more, sometimes the wife could earn less, or the other way around, and you need to plan properly to work it out well properly as well. Strategy 4, 1 HDB, 1 condo. This is a real case. One of my friends, he bought a HDB flat under the single scheme at 35. Then at 36, he got married. His wife, who never owned property, later bought a condo under her own sole name. They now own 1 HDB and 1 condo and paid $0 in ABSD. This only works if the first property was bought while single before marriage. But again, timing and planning is everything. Even if you avoid ABSD, there are still things that you still need to pay when it comes to buying a property, like your buyer stamp duty. Your CPF only can use from your OA as well, and your CPF usage is capped at the valuation limit as well. And your loan eligibility, you only can take 75% of your loan if there is no existing housing loan, and your TDSR is only capped at 55% of your gross monthly income. Of course, the age and loan tenure will be affected based on your age as well. So don't just think it's all about ABSD, think about your loan and stuff like that also. So here's what I do with my clients. Step 1, we mapped out the CPF and cash to determine who should buy and when should buy. Step 3, we check the different loans, CPF usage and monthly repayment to ensure whether is it comfortable for you or not comfortable for you. And third, we plan your timeline from when to sell, when to buy and when to transfer. This is not a trick, it's a personalized game plan, because especially for decoupling, you need to make sure that everything works well together as well. I hope this video has been helpful for you. If you want to own 2 properties in Singapore without paying the different unnecessary ABSD, let's plan properly. If you need my help, you can WhatsApp me and I'll help you work out your CPF, cash flow, loan eligibility, everything that fits right for you. I've done this for many customers and I hope I can help you as well. Let's save you money and grow your property well, smart the legal way. I'm Caleb. See you. Goodbye.